about my family. Go ahead. And I'm gonna see how true Tisha is gonna stand on what she's not gonna accept in a marriage.
You said we weren't doing that.
Exactly.
There's nothing that Martell's gonna bring out the phone.
Bring it out.
That's actually gonna show.
It is.
Show what you gotta show.
Show it.
Show it. Show what you gotta show.
You show it.
No.
Oh,
You got your woman too.
He the one talking about my family. What the talking about?
Show what you got in your phone.
You show what you was talking about. What you
I'm
talking
trying to
about?
between me and you.
Yeah, this is a conversation between me, you, and her.
Okay, show it.
Please show it.
Made you lose respect for me because what you're saying right now isn't even true. So I'm up here telling you what the truth is, and you still say that you have no respect for me. So I'm saying, okay, it must be something deeper. So what is it?
Part of the harassing communications was you sending a picture.
No.
That makes me lose respect for Martell.
If it was true.
I assumed it was true.
You assumed it was?
Now that he's saying it is not true, how do you feel about it?
I don't know if I can believe Martell.
You don't believe me? I've been a liar about things that we've been through over the years, and a lot of experiences that you've had with me. I've been a liar.
Yeah.
If I'm your woman and you are my man, when I ask you for something, why the hell you get mad?
Y'all won't believe the piping hot tea that's been spilling about Scott and LaTisha Scott. These two have been everybody's relationship goals with their perfect family image and hustle game. But honey, that picture-perfect reality TV facade just shattered into a million glittering pieces. Let me tell you, when I say this drama is messier than a toddler with finger paint, I am not exaggerating one bit. Behind all that glitter and glamour, there's a story so juicy it'll have you clutching your pearls and reaching for a fan. We're talking trust issues deeper than the Grand Canyon, loyalty being tested like a crash test dummy, and the kind of betrayal that'll make your jaw drop straight through the floor. The streets have been burning up with whispers about Marsau's alleged side activities, and baby, this tea is scalding hotter than a July sidewalk. Poor LaTisha, who's been riding hard for her man like a soldier in battle, now finds herself caught up in the very drama she tried so hard to shut down. And then, baby, that reunion special happened. Lord have mercy. The secrets that came out had everybody's wigs shifting. The truth that got served was spicier than your auntie's hot sauce, and the lives that got flipped upside down will never be the same.
Where's your wife at? She my favorite on the show. Go find her then. Shit, where's Tisha at? Tisha getting pampered. Yesterday was her birthday.
Let me check my goddamn.
Right. Because I know I got a private investigator following her little cheating ass. So I'm gonna find out because she wanna. Tisha ain't the kind of person that be sitting there taking that shit. She wanna just get back. She wanna cheat back. So I gotta watch her.
Listen here, sweeties, and let me spill this scalding tea properly. Marsau and LaTisha Scott have been serving us black love realness for over 12 whole years. They were out here showing everybody how to balance that family life with empire building, making it look smoother than butter on a hot biscuit. Their partnership was giving us everything, the kind of success story that had people taking notes like they were back in school and wanting to follow their blueprint like it was a treasure map to happiness. But baby, you know what they say. If something looks too perfect, it probably got more cracks than my grandma's antique china. Those whispers about Marsau stepping out? Chile, they weren't just little rumors floating around like dust in the wind. We're talking full-on accusations that stuck to him like static cling. The drama was threatening to dim their shine faster than a power outage in a thunderstorm. Through it all, Marsau and LaTisha stood their ground like they were planted in cement, waving off those rumors like they were swatting mosquitoes at a summer barbecue. LaTisha especially was out here being her man's strongest defender, clapping back at critics left and right, calling everything noise like she was the conductor of an orchestra. But honey, living under that microscope, it ain't no walk in the park. It's more like trying to tightrope walk in stilettos. The pressure started building like a pot of grits about to boil over, and those cracks? Baby, they started showing wider than the Mississippi River. Just when things couldn't get messier, in walks Martell Holt with his own marriage to Melody in shambles and child. He had some things to say that would make a preacher need a prayer break. Martell didn't just enter the chat, he kicked down the door, threw a grenade of drama, and started spilling tea so hot it could melt steel. He came with claims about Marsau that had everybody's jaws on the floor needing dental work. This wasn't no vague situation. Martell was talking like he had receipts longer than a CVS paper, like he knew exactly what was happening behind those closed doors when the cameras stopped rolling. Now, coming from Martell, who's already more famous for his own cheating drama than his business moves, the timing was messier than a food fight at a wedding. Some folks were like, nah, he's just trying to drag somebody else down into his mess like misery needs company. But others? They started listening real close, leaning in like they were trying to hear a secret, wondering if maybe, just maybe, there was some truth hiding in all that noise like a needle in a haystack. What made everything 10 times worse was Marsau's response, or should I say, his lack of one. Instead of shutting it all down with the quickness like a mama catching her kids acting up in church, he was out here doing the cha-cha around them questions, giving answers vaguer than a fortune cookie message. The more he dodged, the more those eyebrows went up higher than gas prices, and honey, the doubt started creeping in like fog on a cold morning, and just when you thought this pot couldn't get any hotter, here comes Miss Wanda, LaTisha's mama, stirring things up like she was making Sunday gravy for the whole neighborhood. Now y'all know Wanda has always been Team LaTisha since the beginning of time, but this time, she wasn't holding nothing back, not even a grain of salt. She put Marsau on blast, pointing out supposed pictures online that had him looking more suspicious than a cat in a room full of empty vases. Poor LaTisha tried to keep standing by her man like a flagpole in a hurricane, but when your own mama starts waving them red flags, baby, that's harder to ignore than a car alarm at 3 a.m. Wanda wasn't just talking to hear herself speak. She came with that conviction stronger than Sunday morning coffee, saying she saw them signs of infidelity clear as day in broad daylight. This drama wasn't content staying between just Marsau and LaTisha. It spread through that family faster than gossip at a church picnic. LaTisha found herself caught between defending her husband and addressing her mama's concerns, while fans watched their hearts breaking like fine china as the weight of it all started showing on her face clearer than crystal. Them cracks in their once solid relationship, they were now showing like a bad foundation in the rain.
Made you lose respect for me because what you're saying right now isn't even true. So I'm up here telling you what the truth is, and you still say that you have no respect for me. So I'm saying, okay, it must be something deeper. So what is it?
Child, let me tell you about what went down at that reunion. This wasn't just another messy episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. This was the moment when all that drama that had been simmering underneath finally boiled over like a forgotten pot on the stove. When they asked LaTisha if she'd leave Marsau if he cheated, baby, her response sent shockwaves through that room like an earthquake in stilettos. Without even blinking an eye, she said, "Yes, I would leave him." Now, this wasn't just some quick comeback. These words carried the weight of years of whispers, side eyes, and accusations. It was like every suspicion, every doubt, every late-night worry came pouring out in that one moment. But hold on to your wigs and secure your edges because the real tea came from LaTisha's cousin Kiki. Honey, Kiki didn't just come with receipts, she came with the whole dang store and the cash register too. She dropped a bombshell that had everybody's mouths hanging open wider than a garage door. A nude photo of another woman found right there on Marsau's phone. And this wasn't some internet gossip or social media mess. This was family spilling the tea, which made it impossible for LaTisha to brush off like lint on a black dress when all eyes turned to Marsau. Lord have mercy, his defense only made things worse than a sunburn at a beach party. Instead of denying it, this man really tried to say the photo came from a woman interviewing for a job interview? Chiley, please. The viewers were not buying what he was selling because what kind of job interview ends with nude photos? And why was he still holding on to it like it was a winning lottery ticket?
Take your about my family, go ahead. And I'm gonna see how true Tisha is gonna stand on what she's not gonna accept in a marriage.
But you just said, you said we weren't doing that.
Definitely.
There's nothing that Martell's gonna bring out the phone.
Bring it out.
That's actually gonna show.
It is.
Show what you gotta show.
Yeah, show it.
Show it. Show what you gotta show.
You show it.
No.
Oh,
You got your woman
I'm about
too.
to go.
He the one talking about my family. What the
Show what you got in your phone.
You show what you was talking about. What you
What's
talking
gonna
about?
do between me and you?
Yeah, this is a conversation between me, you, and her.
Okay, show it.
Please show it.
Now let me tell you what happened when they tried to fix this mess with therapy. Poor LaTisha, trying to save her marriage like a lifeguard at a pool party, suggested they work with Dr. Kitson Francis. She was ready to put in the work, honey, like it was overtime at a job she loved. But Marsau, he was acting like therapy was as optional as sprinkles on ice cream, like fixing their marriage was something he could pencil in between golf and business meetings. While LaTisha was in those sessions pouring her heart out like sweet tea at a summer barbecue, Marsau was treating it like a chore worse than doing dishes on Thanksgiving. This wasn't just about him avoiding uncomfortable conversations. This man was showing LaTisha that he wasn't willing to fight for their marriage with the same fire she had burning in her soul. The communication between them was messier than a toddler's art project. LaTisha needed honesty and vulnerability like flowers need sunshine, but Marsau was giving her nothing but deflection and dismissal. It was like watching someone try to break down a brick wall with a feather duster, painful and pointless. And baby, the pressure of being in the public eye while dealing with all this, it was weighing on LaTisha like she was carrying the whole world in her Birkin bag. She had spent years defending this man, standing by him through every rumor and whisper like a soldier in battle. But now, the cracks were showing bigger than the Grand Canyon after a rainstorm. To make matters worse, LaTisha was watching her friend Melody's marriage to Martell Holt crash and burn right in front of her eyes like a car accident you can't look away from. Seeing Melody pick up the pieces after all that betrayal, it hit different when you're wondering if you might be next in line for heartbreak. The doubt started creeping in like shadows at sunset. If it could happen to Melody, could it happen to her too?
If I'm your woman and you are my man, when I ask you for something, why the hell you get mad?
Now here we are, with LaTisha and Marsau's marriage hanging by a thread thinner than dollar store toilet paper in a rainstorm. That reunion special didn't just spill tea, it flooded the room with truth like a broken pipe in a basement. Everyone's wondering if these two can weather this storm, or if it's finally time to call it quits and head for higher ground. Some folks are saying LaTisha might decide to stick it out, focusing on their family and the empire they've built together like a castle made of gold. Let's keep it real. Their success as entrepreneurs is major, bigger than a Super Bowl halftime show, and keeping that legacy intact might be enough reason for her to ride this storm out like a captain refusing to abandon ship. But Chile, these revelations might be exactly what LaTisha needed to wake up and smell the coffee burning on the hot plate. When she said she'd leave if he cheated, that wasn't just talk. That was a woman ready to set some boundaries higher than a skyscraper. If these rumors turn out true, walking away might be her way of saying, "I choose me," louder than a tornado siren. The stakes in this situation, baby, they're higher than a giraffe's ears and high heels. This isn't just about love. It's about their whole brand as a power couple. One wrong move and their business empire could come tumbling down like a Jenga tower in an earthquake. The fans are going wild in these streets. Comments are flying faster than gossip at a family reunion. One person wrote, "Marsau really thought he could keep playing games like it was Xbox. LaTisha deserves better than a part-time husband." Another one said, "She's defended him for so long. If this is real, it's time she chooses herself and leaves him in the dust where he belongs." But not everybody's team LaTisha. Some folks are saying she's all talk and no action, like a car with no gas, while others are defending Marsau, asking, "Where's the proof?" Like they're detectives on a case. And let's not forget about them precious babies. Whatever LaTisha and Marsau decide will affect their children, who've probably been feeling all this tension at home like a thick fog on a cold morning. This ain't just about two people anymore. It's about a whole family's future hanging in the balance like clean laundry in a storm. So what do y'all think? Is this the end of the road for LaTisha and Marsau? Or will they somehow find a way to patch things up like a quilt at grandma's house? Sound off in them comments below, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button harder than Marsau smashed his credibility. Because trust and believe this drama ain't over yet. It's about to get even messier than a food fight at a wedding reception. Y'all don't want to miss what's coming next. It's gonna be hotter than fish grease on Sunday morning.